Hi guys, and welcome to the War of Two Sons, a 5e Dungeons and Dragons campaign, and here is our Dungeon Master, Dallin.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our 41st session.
41st, yes.
Yes. Quick disclaimer. First off, most art used in this campaign has been taken from the internet. We do not claim it as such, except for our lovely player tokens, which have been designed by our very own Jyinxx. Second disclaimer. We have two new guest players that will be joining us this session.
Yay.
Ace, who is one of our main cast members, will be stepping aside for a couple sessions due to plot and personal issues. He will be back shortly and new and improved with Sylvia. I will give more details about that on another time. But for now, let us introduce our characters. For our guest, first off, we just introduced our character names and what we play as, and that's about it. We'll start off with Jyinxx.
Hi guys, I'm Mira, the Tiefling Sorceress.
I'm Edgar, the Kenku Rogue.
I am Omic, the Turtle Druid.
Yasiel Rainy Day, Goliath Barbarian.
And I am Orimos, the Leonin Barbarian.
First grade.
Got two barbarians.
I love
Two
this.
barbarians. DM's gonna kill. TPK time. Bye.
And none of them are named Dave.
Alright, now, without a further ado, let us begin with our epic recap. Let me just play the music real quick. Just give me 1 second. Please tell me I have the horns. Not that one. I do apologize. I swear to God. Let's fix this thing up. First off, let's head to our map of Dormgust.
It's all gusty.
Uh, let's see. Here we go.
Some eerie music.
Last time in our current session, the party has just witnessed the Ironman Kingdom sending forth these strange flying airships heading over Freeman Pass. It's been a few days after the Ironmans have decided to occupy this area. The locals themselves seem a little bit troubled at first. But once negotiations between the guild banks and the occupating force, things begin to lessen a bit. Except for one individual group. More and more attacks by the bucket bandits and union workers within the merchants guilds begin to strike and build upon a great roaring howl to make sure that the Ironmen go back to where they came. But as for our original party, things have taken quite a unique turn. It has now been 4 days since then. Fallen, Nibs, would you please put your characters on the screen? Well, actually, here, I'll do that for you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's why.
You two just arrived on the latest airship that managed to ride into this region. It is a very cold and bone-chilling experience. The wind is slightly draft, but as you two land, you happen to see a couple battalion of Ironman soldiers. They are in marching order and such. As you two manage to get off the airship, you both look around. And what do you two say?
Well, I would hope that we're getting paid more than them.
Looks like they're wasting their lives away just walking around in circles.
I can't imagine not having a nice thick coat of fur in this cold.
You think it is cold?
No, but by the looks of their faces, they do.
Ah, flimsy armor.
Well, I guess we better be off and try to find some worth here.
Please, after you.
I'm going to walk and try to find someone that looks to be in control here.
Roll me a perception check.
Oh, jeez.
Yes,
hey.
gentlemen, we have our first very own one. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. You look around, and everything about this place is just not what you're used to. You've seen vast green valleys and well-constructed places. This looks as though it was built upon to endure the elements. There's no proper aesthetics. It's just blind to the eye. And in the moment when you take a glance, some snow comes flying into your face. Not heavy snow, but like a gust of wind starts to mess with your mane.
I thought he got touched by a snowball.
Seven
to,
hells, we better
tie
find
that
somewhere
up.
up here.
You then happen to see a female lieutenant wearing the traditional armament for the higher ups of the Ironman Empire. She steps forward to you. It's like, greetings. I see our latest shipment has arrived.
Well, we're much finer goods than what you seem to have here.
I wasn't referring to you. And then she gestures to the people unloading the docks and supplies out of the airship. But it's good to see the Legionnaires that we hired have been keeping good watch over it.
Right. That part.
I look so shy. And then she gives like a friendly smile.
Die? Moi?
Wait, don't let the uniform get to you. I'm actually a little bit more laid back. And then, right when one of the soldiers walks up to her, ma'am, there's a situation with the barracks and such. We're trying to put as many of our forces in there. And then she turns and looks at the soldiers. It's like, I'm in the middle of the conversation. We'll discuss about this later. Ma'am, what about the housing? And then she turns to the soldier and gives a very stern look and in a commanding tone. Then you will request the citizens of this place to allow you housings. Maximum of at least 2 soldiers. It's understood. Yes, ma'am. You're dismissed. You begin to see the soldiers marching off. Forgive me, most of these soldiers have not seen anything past the Ironman border and such. I've seen you two are also new to these regions.
To the region, yes.
Yes, let's go with that.
I do apologize. The captain usually likes to sleep in. And then she looks out at one of the other bigger houses down below. He tends to be a little bit procrastinating. But I can assure you, he is very capable of taking command when necessary. But enough about that. Right now, you two are welcome to take the time off. We won't be needing your services at this point.
Do we have lodging?
No, lodging was described in your contract. However, there is a local tavern farther up north if you wish. We will be happy to pay your accommodations there.
How
We're
kind.
not allowed to go back on that.
You're also welcome to stay on the airship, but I will let you know that the vessel itself will be leaving in a few days. We plan on heading east up to the front lines with that, dropping off the rest of our forces.
No.
I liked the sound of tavern.
Yes. I need ale immediately.
I would be happy to join you, but unfortunately I have to get these greenskins into tip-top shape. And then she gives this, I don't want to do this job right now in the middle of the freezing cold. He's like, I'd rather be drinking.
The subordinate of a lazy man never sleeps.
Never spoken more than the truth. You should become a poet. And at that point she makes her way off. Alright, troops! Get in formation! We need that cargo out immediately!
Cassia will just shout as she leaves, "We will make sure to pour a glass in your name."
Alright, I guess north it is.
Alright.
As you two begin to make your way north, you happen to notice that there aren't many people out and about in these regions. You do spot a couple of locals here, but they are definitely not happy. They're looking at you guys as though you're not welcome.
Not such uncommon looks.
You can also tell that there has been also a large increase of troops going up to stalls, like people who are on their breaks or freeway, just talking to the locals, buying drinks and supplies, and most of them are reluctant to do business with them at first. Couple of them, most of the open merchants, are gladly to see more civilized troops. Alright, where are you guys heading straight towards the tavern?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright, I need you to roll me an investigation check.
Oh my gosh.
I see
Whoa!
all.
Oh no!
Nibs! More
Let's go.
snow just flies in your face.
Let's go ahead and get these out of the way.
You know,
Oh.
you should really keep that mane back. It looks like it's obscuring your vision.
It's all a ruse.
the wind is just constantly blowing your mane into your face.
Yeah.
Fallen, you do happen to notice one person walking by, a very odd fellow, in fact, that you would never expect to see in these parts. Oh, Mick, can you please bring in your character?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
With pleasure.
Oh man.
Come on,
You
Omen,
got your
can
own
do it.
theme song now, Dave.
Oh my god, really?
The song. Oh, no. The March of the Spoons.
Here, I'll put your token in.
Yeah, I can't seem to drag him.
Okay.
Hey,
You see this turtle holding two burlap bags of what seems to be pastries.
Cassia will proceed to nudge the shit out of her companion and just whisper, "Did they mention walking turtles as a part of our contract?"
Whatever they mentioned, the smell that's coming from those is quite delicious.
I think we should take a quick pit stop before we hit the tavern, don't you agree?
I think we should offer to bring him with us.
I like the way you think.
Hail, friend!
Hello.
Mick, you happen to see two strange figures approach you and such. You've never seen them before. Ormus, if you care to explain your details of your character for describing it to Omek's perception.
Ormos is about 7.5 feet tall. He has very loose clothing on. Doesn't really look like armor. He has a large glaive strung across his back, and he has a pretty deep X marked scar on the side of his face. And apparently the wind up here is getting the better of his mane, so it's just flapping all over the place.
It's just a hair monster.
giant fireball.
And Cassio, would you describe your character?
Alright, so Cassiel is a 7'2" Goliath woman with like a nice pale blue skin, jet black hair. She's carrying a fairly large great axe on her back and kind of like on her hip where like you would normally see like the sheath of a sword is just a bunch of javelins just dragging along. And yeah. No armor, just skin.
Omek will look them both up and down, squint one eye, and look a little suspicious of them. What brings you here?
Boyne,
Yeah, what he said.
but I will say what specifically brings us to you is I feel the need to lighten your load and am willing to offer drink to trade.
Hey, for what?
Well, I couldn't help but smell the delicious aroma coming from what you're carrying.
I will slightly step back, somewhat protective of his cargo. How do you know what I'm carrying?
I'm going to tap my nose and just say, even though the wind is howling, there are certain things that would not go amiss, particularly a delicious smell.
Yeah, the wind's definitely not assisting in you trying to conceal what you are dragging there.
Black will take his hand out and feel his face for something that resembles a nose, but doesn't find one, and then look sad.
Omek,
I guess yeah, go ahead.
as you begin to check your face, all of a sudden you hear the sound of a very whiny child. If I can just bring up the little brat. Omek! Omek! You see this very, very short, brown hair, pale skin, human noble child just walking up to the turtle. Are you done wasting my father's money with your pastries?
No. My money. I work hard for my money. Teaching you all about everything.
You said that we'll begin my studies as soon as possible.
Yes, this was a lesson in patience.
We then looks at you two as you happen to see this little child having his head held up high. It's like, and toward you two.
What's it to you?
Well, for one, you're interrupting my tutor from doing his job.
I would say, if anything, we're assisting. He did say it's a lesson in patience, isn't it? We're just adding time.
Mr. Omek, it is cold out. I demand that we head back to the tavern.
How convenient. That's where we were heading right now.
Then the boy looks at both of you. You two are outsiders here, no doubt. My name is Damien. I am the son of one of the richest guild nobles in these parts. And you see a little bit of pride coming out of his bratty boy's smile.
Never heard of you.
Well, you must have heard of my father.
Possibly. Name would certainly help.
Let's see. Name. Shit, I forgot his father's name. 1 second.
Uh-oh. Spaghetti, yes.
Got him.
Sounds like a bastard child to me.
Roll me a charisma check as you say that.
Oh shit.
5. At that point, Damien then replies, "Excuse me? A bastard is one with no father. I have no mother. And I don't need one."
I'm going to nudge her and say, "Looks like there's an opening."
I hate children. We spoke about this on the travel here. How dare you forget it so quickly?
Oh, I didn't forget.
Oh, you sly dog.
Mr. Omek, I demand that you pay for a cart. I refuse to spend any more of my father's money.
Whoa, that don't make no sense. I'm sorry. That is illogical. Why would we spend more of your father's money to save your father's money?
He's got you there.
You know what I mean! And at that point, he stomps his foot.
What are you doing to the ground?
But you just see him stubbornly just storm off in the direction.
Olmec will continue towards the inn, the tavern.
Right, so as you guys continue to make your way towards the tavern, I will just bring you guys to the next region up north.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Olmec, The tavern that you usually hang out would be the Wild Barrel Tavern. That is pretty much where you will be heading in this case. You also know that one of your friends is currently at the guild hall, which you look up in the distance. You two happen to see this huge building with another airship connected to what seems to be a giant grain tower or storage tower. And then there's this huge statue of a woman in the middle of this town that stands out amongst most. The buildings aren't quite as big, but you've noticed that they're all built and structured against the mountain sides, the cliff sides. And then there's these huge stairs that travel all the way up to them. You also happen to notice there's a lot more merchants and such coming along this way.
Look at the size of that lady.
So tell me, friend, have you been here long?
Yeah. For a while now.
Are you familiar with the inhabitants of this place?
Well, yes, I'm employed here.
Ah, excellent. You might be able to help us out. We are currently, one, on our way to the tavern to establish lodging and to buy you several drinks. And two, we are also looking for someone named Genovera.
At that point, Damien says, I don't know why you're talking to my tutor. Well, you could just be talking to me. I know everything about these parts.
Yes, but you look far too important to answer simple questions.
A persuasion check with advantage.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
You see his nose start to rise up a bit. It's like, yes, I like that. You're quite correct. Why would I talk to such low-level people such as yourselves?
Cassiel rolls her eyes.
I'm going to attempt to suppress my fur starting to stand up on its end.
You also begin to hear over on the side some ruckus. Over in the distance of this large mine, which seems to be closed off.
Seems like quite the important place.
You notice that there's also a bunch of Ironmen there. Soldiers, in fact, like barricading the area.
Did something
And-
happen here?
You see a bunch of the dwarves like having like raising their tools and shouting out in the distance. Actually, he's not supposed to be here right now. They seem to be yelling and shouting at the soldiers. It's like, it's not fair! You can't break the lines! Nobody asked you to come here!
Excuse me, friend. Is this a common occurrence here?
Oh, that. Apparently the Ironman forces decided to take upon our condemned mind. Once they arrived, they decided to take all the local resources that weren't bound by certain nobles. But all those who have allegiance and diplomatic forces with the Ironman Kingdom, such as my daddy, have gone free passage. Everyone else has to contribute. Besides,
Cassiel gags at that.
I heard rumors that apparently that there were kobolds in the mines and they had to shut it down.
Shutting something down because of a few kobolds? Imagine.
I know, right? I don't know why they didn't go and send someone to kill them all.
Ouch.
Pity creatures.
Never mind, I like this child.
Well,
Hey.
maybe that's something that will be able to help your father out now, wouldn't it?
My daddy could use a couple bodyguards.
Cassiel gags again.
Well, I guarantee you I come highly recommended as well as my companion here, and if the coin is right, we are always able to take on a job.
We'll have to get something from the guild. Paperwork. Paperwork from the guild. Yes. Daddy says you have to put in a registration form at the guild in order to work for him, if you wish.
That sounds excellent. Now, if you'll excuse us, we are going to take this good gentleman inside for a nice, refreshing drink.
Yes. Drinks. We should get that immediately. Please.
And as you guys come across this large building, you happen to notice that there's some music playing from it and such. Happy, cheerful music. Hold on. Where is that music? Nope, not that one. Not that one. You then climb up upon these old frozen steps and then enter the scene. I would like you to place your character tokens here.
Oh. Lily didn't take Trevor.
And mine's not dragging again.
Oh, it's mad at you for something.
Yeah. Probably that one time where I just dragged my character in the middle of a scene that he wasn't in.
Ugh. That'll do it.
Alright, do you have control over it?
Yes.
Alright. As you step inside this establishment and such, you can see a bunch of the locals here are just enjoying themselves. There seems to be no Ironman troops whatsoever. In fact, there's a sign that says, Ironman, no Ironman forces welcomed.
Way to get the message across.
Is the kid still following us?
Yes, Damien is in fact still following you.
Can I just step on him, please?
Teacher,
Or the child is not that big. He's like, "Oh, Mick, I am hungry. I demand a muffin."
Very well. Since you were patient and walked all the way out to meet me, I will give you a muffin. Oh, look, it's Trevor. Hello, Trevor.
Trevor is playing some music right now, which apparently is supposed to be a piano.
right? Oh yeah, you got the piano version of the harp.
Here, Damien, why don't you help out Trevor with his music? Call it a music lesson.
I think I'm just going to take my muffin and go back into my room. And at that point, he takes the muffin and then leaves.
Don't forget your homework.
Meh.
I'm going to walk up to the bar now that he's gone.
As you take a sit at the bar, you then happen to see this great-haired fellow with a long sword on his back, different armaments on his body, and wearing what seems to be studded leather with a few bits of plate, an eye patch over his eye, and his hair bundled up in the back. He is definitely that of a mercenary, or at least that of a monster hunter. And then he's speaking to this blonde woman, and he says, "And there I was, facing off against a griffin in its nest. Two of its hatchlings still there, and then I stared her down. I knew I was going to try to grab one of her feathers, but then she lunged at me and... Oh! Hello, Olmec! I haven't seen you in a couple days.
Yes, we've been out on a field trip with young Damien.
Yes, quite. Please, have a seat. I'll speak to you later, my dear. At that point, you see her just step away. She was also happening to be a waitress. Actually, no. She's not supposed to be there. Everyone ignore the halfling.
What halfling?
Good.
I see a halfling over there. Does she have my ale?
He then scoots over a bit. Oh, and who are your two friends?
I'm ignoring him for a minute, and I would like to ask the barmaid how much one of these stools costs.
Are you serious? Are you trying to buy the furniture? You can take a sit. It's for free.
Just an inquiring.
Oh, he beat me to it.
Like 5 silver?
I'm going to put a gold piece on the counter, and then pick up a stool and proceed to smash it on the floor.
Cassiel's egging him on. Yes! Yes! Violence and destruction. I love it so much. Oh, we're going to be best friends.
Why are you upset? Are you throwing a tantrum?
Roll me an
It's not
athletics
because I didn't
check.
share with you, is it?
Can I assist?
This is mostly his action, so unless you grab another chair and start breaking things.
Can I assist with a motivational shout?
And it's a 21. You easily pick it up and break it, and at that point, everyone stops and looks at you. And
I will turn back to the barmaid and go, apologies. I needed that. And I will start to pick up the pieces of the stool.
Oh no.
right, and at that point, you then hear the shouting and a slammed open door. What the heck is going on? Who's breaking shit?
I
I see
tripped.
he's a halfling.
You happen to see this tiny little woman staring down at you guys.
There was a bug.
Roll me a deception check. Nope, not that one. Not matter music.
Oh god.
He then slowly steps forward and then hops on the bar and then looks down at you, Elmec. Yeah, bringing strange people to my bar, Turtle.
Oh, they followed me. I was just here bringing Damien home from his lessons.
She then looks at both of you. Artemis. Cassiel, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
I don't like the sound of this.
Non-magical, frightened.
Rip.
Oh.
And she's gonna roll for intimidation. Artemis, you feel kind of guilty for breaking the chair. Casino.
Not picking the pieces up.
You're gonna clean that mess, kitty cat. As you start to pick up the mess. However, Castillo, you're not really frightened of this woman. You have a weird respect for her.
Definitely. I think I'm going to like you, small woman.
And she then looks at you. Oh, be that a fact. You better be a paying patron.
I paid a gold for the stool.
Oh, never mind. Takes up the gold. So are the drinks! And then the whole situation goes back to normal.
I have no idea what just happened.
How do I get that woman in my life?
Meanwhile, down in the hallway, in this room and such, Genevera, would you be so kind to present yourself?
You know I can't do that.
Alright, I forgot your token's not the same. One second. I gotta track her down.
Oh. Clone jump. We got clone action going on here.
Oh, hold on. It's lagging for me a bit. I apologize. We're having technical difficulties. We're having two Geneveras.
Shino Jutsu.
Don't make us write in more than one character. Again.
As you are...
Move it.
Oh.
That's important.
I know. Just bear with me.
No, Omic's not there yet. Oh, there we go. Oops.
Here we go.
Yes, yes.
As you are just sitting on this bed, looking out in the window and such, and apparently things are acting up a bit. We're gonna take a quick 2-minute break,
Okay.
so I can reload roll 20.
Okay. While he's got, we can all party.
I want to double fist all the ale.
Double fist.
That's
So
Yeah,
where
it's not that kind of campaign.
Said what she said. She said what she
Like,
said.
That sounds wrong.
Believe it or not, that was a carefully crafted phrase.
It was.
As you sit amongst this bed, gazing outside, you happen to see your father come into the room.
Oh,
It's
well,
not that
Big
big.
Father, he grew 3 times that day.
He's a giant.
Yeah, there's
Ugh.
a drink.
You notice that he's starting to pack up a couple things. But dear, you sure you don't want to come back home with me?
I'll be there eventually, Father. Gotta take some business here.
He takes your hands. Oh. It would definitely warm up your mother's heart to know that you're safe and sound.
I'd love to see her again.
Hey, she has been in very low spirits these past few months.
You know, I can understand that. But the wait will be worth it.
I love the chat, but apparently I have to get back to the vineyards to see if my workers are doing enough. And the fact that there's also Ironman troops here, I could probably catch a ride with them.
They did come on the airship
I know. They're quite a beautiful sight they are. As he looks outside and sees one of them floating over the guild hall.
Very impressive.
It's just a wonderful work of machinery. The things they can craft.
Nothing like what I've seen on my travels.
By the way, he begins to rub his beard. I'll notice that, you've been hanging around a certain individual.
Huh?
Oh, don't give me that. He then, gestures and such. Apparently, you caught the eye of Noble Edwards.
Oh yeah, him. He was at the gambling event.
Yes. Apparently doesn't seem to stop talking about you.
I guess he saw more in me than the other one.
Now, don't get that to your head, dear. He's already a married man.
Don't worry, it's nothing like that, Father. Just business talk.
Oh, no, dear. At that point, he, touches your hands. I know you wouldn't do anything, but if he tries to pull anything and such, you have to be hearing from me. No one's messing with my baby girl!
She giggles and smiles at her father.
He begins to pull forth the wardrobe and such. It's such a shame, though. To see my fellow countrymen going to war. Can you believe it? The young prince actually inciting war against his older brother. It's ridiculous.
There's been lots of things going on in the world. You never know what could happen next.
I hope the late son, not late son, the late king will know that his children are spilling their blood of innocent men.
He probably would have not wanted this to have happened.
Aye. It's definitely not like the old days. What? Anyway, as he continues to pack, why did you go get you something to eat? You haven't touched anything today and you skipped breakfast.
Alright, Father, I will.
At that point he stops and hugs you.
She returns the gesture.
As then he continues to pack. Alright, what do you do?
Genevera is going to go do what her father said and go get something, waving goodbye to him as she leaves the room.
You continue to make your way down the hallway as you continue to hear Trevor playing and such. There seems to be a very familiar voice. You hear Omek has returned from his daily pastry run.
Sounds like that. Oh, I must have got his pastries then.
As you turn around the corner, you happen to see two new faces, large individuals, already on their second round. I need Orimus and Cassio to roll me a constitution check.
Just stuff like how it becomes Sylvia.
And so it starts. Oh God!
Yes. So
How
it becomes
many
Sylvia.
ones have you rolled? Oh,
That's like 3 now.
Oh my god, Orimus. Okay, we gotta stop you from rolling that. I'm gonna change this 1 second.
Wait, are those
Maybe-
Constitution saving throws?
Yes,
Oh,
it's not
saving
really
throw.
poison.
Oh,
It's not poison. You're
Okay.
you're drinking.
I'll change the rolling with advantage.
Hold on. Oh, do you get advantage on Constitution saving throws? Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
This isn't poison. This is alcohol. Unless you want to consider it alcohol poisoning, but no.
Wasn't see my modifier was different.
Okay, 1 second. I'm going to change this up real quick. There we go. One second, everyone. Fixing up the thing. Let's see. 14 and 10. I would say you're both buzz. You're not suffering any heavy poison or effects or such. This ale is not in great condition. However, you're still managing to get a slight buzz. The warm sensation as it tosses it down your throat.
Oh, that's the stuff.
When do we get one of these pastries, Turtle?
Your mother teach you manners?
She
You
did,
have to say please.
but the ale makes them disappear.
That is no excuse.
Tell me, Mr. Leonin, you would happen to be part of the desert now, would ya?
I've been known by there, yes.
Oh, I actually thought so of your kinsman before. It was the friendly match at that point. He corrects himself. Nothing of a grudge or anything. I just happen to say that your kind are very noble in the fields of combat.
Well, I'm glad that they represented themselves well.
Yes. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Connor Jasmine. Connor Jasmine at your service. Mercenary and monster hunter.
The name's Oremos of the Sunmane's Pride. It's good to meet you.
I can drink that. And at that point, he holds up a glass and takes a nice swig.
I do the same and drain my cup.
All right. So, Cassier, you then happen to notice this tall, elven woman with more robust features and a nice silk gown, but long red hair and red piercing eyes.
Hang on, I got a gif for this. But I'm sorry, continue.
You can share the stuff in our Discord chat. Or can she share that in Twitch?
Yeah. I
Okay.
don't know about Twitch.
Yeah, you can share that in our Discord chat. Refrain it from Twitch if necessary.
Got it.
As you look upon this woman who seems to be standing next to this human bard who continues to focus on his music, playing the piano.
Yeah. I expected that.
Jennifer, what do you do as you see these individuals sitting next to Omek?
Are you some of Omic's friends? Well, new friends, I mean.
I met them, but I don't know if we've reached that friend thing yet.
Cassiel is just salivating at the mouth.
Can I see this?
I'm buying Omek drinks, by the way.
Omek doesn't get the hint. He's just accepting the drinks as a freebie.
Do you buy Ironman Ale, Dwarven Ale, or the Vodka Special?
This feels like a middle shelf kind of meeting.
I would like a vodka special, but I don't know about you guys.
They bring out dwarven glass shots in front of you. This one, however, is going to cost you about 2 silver. Or just 1 shot.
Okay.
Oh, locally grown! Further down south. Keeps our spirits up. As she then pours you a shot.
I love a good spirit to keep my spirits up, that's for sure.
Alright, go ahead and roll me another constitution check. Not save, check.
Oh, but
I will let her reroll.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Artemis, you're also getting one too?
He's paying for them.
Yeah, I'm consistently drinking.
Alright, Artemis, your eyes are a little bit glassy as you can feel the burn of it. You never knew fermented potato water could burn like this. Casil, it reminds you of home.
like Mother used to make.
Now, where have you been hiding this stuff?
Oh, it's our specialty. We usually get a special import and such. Most of the locals usually do it on special occasions.
Well, I'm feeling very special right now.
Hey, your nose is dripping a bit. You notice that his pink nose starts to turn red.
Oh, are you on fire, Oramos?
Not on fire yet.
And
Smoky.
at that point, you then all of a sudden hear the door being kicked open, and I need to bring out another song. And Asilla, would you like to make yourself present?
I don't think I have her icon specifically.
Ah, yes, of course. I keep forgetting these are your alternate images.
Yep. Yay. I apologize for about how I'm going to probably act for this session.
It's okay. I am ready.
Alright, let me get the music set up.
Is Stork gonna be there too, or?
You'll
Okay.
find out.
Oh, I didn't know Trevor could change instruments so fast.
Trevor stops playing as you then see Asilla just barge into the tavern, happy as can be.
Oh, okay. I lost him! Hello, Trevor. And she's just gonna give a little wave to her fingers.
He doesn't say a word and just glances at you.
Oh, what's the long face? I don't have my bodyguard. It should be for a good time.
You slide up, and then Trevor just stands up. If you excuse me. At that point, he begins to make a leave.
Oh, you're no fun. What happened to you? And she's
Roll
just...
me
Go ahead.
Go ahead and roll me an insight check. Disadvantage with Asilla.
Disadvantage.
Everyone else can roll me an insight check.
Oh no, I got it.
Yasu, you're too much in heaven with this new vodka drink.
Yes.
Oramus, you have seen that face before. You have seen the sign of a man who has lost his spirit. And Scylla, as you happen to just make yourself comfortable, you hear a very, very familiar voice whispering in your ears. You should have taken the left instead of right.
Oh, rats! She's gonna get up and kind of like run over here and like duck behind the corner there.
Why is everyone becoming twice as big?
What?
Guys, apparently I'm pulling them off from another sheet.
They're becoming pseudo Grinches for a second.
I need to really put them on a GM layer. At that point, as you begin to scurry along and such.
Nervous just sighs at the happenings.
Good evening, Lady Genevera.
Good evening to you too.
Good evening, Omek.
Genovera!
Mac nods and shoves a pastry in his mouth and sips his free drink.
Yes! Connor just starts to stir. She's the daughter of... the lost daughter of the woman noble. I think he's staying here. Don't go. Don't go!
I think he had too much to drink.
Is he plastered already?
I'm gonna push my way over to the two of them.
True. Oh, us.
Who's Genovera?
And at that point, you then see this elven figure, dressed as though to be a servant, stand in between the way of you and Genevera. And may I ask, who wishes to address her?
I'm gonna hit my chest. Sunmains of the Oramos Pride! Wait. Oramos of the Sunmains.
You seem to be intoxicated. Perhaps you should lay down.
Perhaps. But I need to talk to this one, because that's the name I remember right now.
Cassiel will face palm.
While they're talking, can I see if the door to the kitchen's open and unlocked, please?
The kitchen door is open.
Can I roll history or something to know what the sun names are?
Roll me a history check. You've never even heard of them before. And as Scylla, you start making your way, you see one of the barmaids like, oh no, you stay out, you don't work here anymore.
Can I just get out the back door? Just let me go, and I won't cause a problem. This guy has
And-
been...
In a blink of an eye,
Damn it. I don't need a babysitter! Do you know who I am?
I suggest you don't raise your voice. And yes, I do know who you are. That is why Mr. Fontel has told me to keep an eye on you. Now come along. Let's go take a seat. And at that point, he grabs your collar and sits you down.
He's a lost puppy.
I am a... just frustrated.
You see the other barmaid, like, sitting this poor fella down on the other side. He's like,
This is quite the colorful tavern.
Very much so. Now, why do you want to speak to me? She looks over at the lion.
I'm just going to stare at her for a second. And I'm going to look over at Cassiel and say, half whispering, but not really keeping my voice down for anyone. You're going to have to take care of this. I'm not right.
Can
And
I
I'm gonna
hear
go
this?
sit back down at the bar.
Roll me
Oh.
a sleight of hand check.
Oh God.
Oh, I'm not in the right mind. Oh wow.
What are your passive perceptions?
Me? I'm 17.
She hears all.
Yeah. I'm just after I say that, I'm just gonna go sit back down.
Okay.
That was
What
strange.
my compatriot was trying to say was, we are mercenaries and we were sent to find you for our assignment.
Oh? And who sent you?
I do not remember the name. Dude, what was her name?
What does she look like, if you don't remember her name?
You never got her name, unfortunately.
That's what it was. Okay, I know I'm not tripping. Well, we were assigned with a contract for the Legionnaires, and we were sent on an airship to come here.
Odd.
And at the point, the woman drops the glass, hearing you say that. And then she has like a concerned look. And then everyone stops and looks in your direction. Where she broke the glass, she stumbles a bit. I'm sorry, I'll clean the glass.
Do you need help with that?
No, I got it. And at that point, nope, not that one. All right, who's breaking glasses?
It wasn't
was a
me this
bug.
time.
There was a bug.
Oh, this will be very entertaining. Maid, can you get me something to drink so I can watch the carnage which is about to happen?
And at that point, you see this tiny little half-moon woman turn and look at you, Asilla. It's like, ew! I said you weren't allowed back here!
Ah, you told Mira she wasn't allowed back here.
You're the same person, whatever name you take. Now get out!
Oh.
And at that point, Stark's like, please, for your troubles. Gives her a coin. It's like, okay, she can stay for the day.
I also want a drink! Ugh, rubbish.
Would you please stop being so loud? As Stork begins to watch the conversation over here. Yeah, Scylla, can you also roll me an insight check?
Yep.
You see one
9.
of the villagers get up and have like a scowl a bit.
Intriguing.
Which one of you say you're with the Ironmans?
I'll turn and look at him, and then just without saying anything, I'm just gonna slowly put a hand up, and then point at myself.
Cassiel will walk up to him.
Another one of his buddies come up behind him and such. He says, "You read the sign? No Ironman allowed. This is the only safe place we've got. We don't need your kind here."
I cannot read.
I'm going to stand up. I'm going to do a big, huge stretch, just kind of showing off how big I am. And then I'm going to turn to him and just say, "Do you want a drink?"
You notice that he gets a little bit upset. And then his buddy like, "No, Charles, no. Not here." And he begins to pull his brothers away. We're sorry. And at that point, you begin to see them walk away. But he stops and turns and points at you two. You're nothing but a bunch of murderers!
You might want to listen to your friend, Thomas.
I mean, he's right. I am.
I understand that, but there's no you have to have the last word. We're gonna talk about this.
You happen to notice the bard maid starts to go to the back and whisper. What?
Oh no.
Oi! You Ironman?
No, I'm Cassiel.
And I'm tired.
Well, at that rate, all your drinks are paid in double.
Is that all?
Aye, that's all. And when you're done, you can get out of my bar. And at that point, she begins to take a step inside, back into her storage closet.
A stork.
I can see what's going on, Nessela.
I like them. They're causing a lot of trouble, and they pissed off the small one that is always angry. I think we should take them to show, introduce them to Von Tell. I have a feeling he'd a cat, a giant cat, and another blue lady who's super tall. I think he'd be interested, but that's just me. And she's just gonna sing-song that.
Montel will arrive back in a few days.
She's like clearly trying to distract him.
I'm gonna nudge Omek. The small one was mad.
She does that.
Does she need a drink?
Maybe a pastry.
Maybe she's mad because she was drinking.
I'm gonna, like, look off into the distance and ponder. And where would we find a pastry?
Jennifer just watches this all unfold, shaking her head.
Oh, there's a great little pastry shop about 3 buildings down. I know the owner.
You
He knows me by name.
You then happen to see Drogo come around the corner and such. A dwarven man with red hair. Oh. And at that point, you see him carrying a bunch of luggage. All right.
Sure you get that, Father?
Yes, I got it.
You don't need any help with that?
No, not at all. Ethan stops and looks at you two, then at Omek. Everything alright out here?
There's some interesting things happening.
I'd like to think it is alright.
Well, in that case, I'm going to go bring this to the carriage and such. Here to walk out, you dad.
Jennifer goes to help her father.
No, I got the luggage.
No,
Yes.
yeah, I should help you.
I just don't want you to go disappear on me again. You see the very happy dwarf walk out, and then you realize that the dwarf is that elf's father.
Oh.
You should go ask for his blessing.
No. We don't start off the first date like that. That is rushing things. They call that, I do not remember what they call it, but it is not a good look, trust me, I know, with my 0 modifier to charisma.
So many rules.
and happen to see Stork appear behind you too. Excuse me.
Hmm?
I overheard your conversation. You're mercenaries for the Ironman, correct?
It was pretty hard not to hear that, but yes.
We have been looking for new members. And he then stops,
Is the
doesn't
window
even
locked?
look away. And then all of a sudden the window just slams down, and as he just used a thaumaturgy just to slam it.
I am a bloody god! I do not need a babysitter!
I hope her fingers were not on the pane when it closed.
Please do not mind the blue little imp. She is simply of my master's care.
If you pay me for my next drink, I'll go get her.
That will not be necessary. I am fully capable of handling her myself.
Ah,
It's okay, Oramos. He's got the angry windows.
I'm just trying to get a free drink. It's not like I don't trust the man. He did just move that window with his mind.
I am a caster, and I have been known for my skills to protect my master, but I have been assigned a more important task. However, she seems to be interested in you, as he then points to her, and this poor couple's like, honey.
I'm guessing this one's locked.
Yep, he used
Okay.
thaumaturgy to lock that one too.
I'm just gonna keep going to all the windows. While you guys
You
are
should
talking.
move in a less predictable pattern. I think he's following you.
Ah!
Not even turning to look, he's just like pointing his fingers at the windows. Lady Ascilla,
I have a people to lead. I need to go.
well, apparently your people are right here, as he gestures to these two.
So you're associated with Genova, right?
Me?
Or whoever, I don't know. It's just a question out into the air.
No, I have nothing to do with her. Now, Mira, she might, but not me. I'm trying to leave. And she, like, tries to forcibly lift up this window because she knows she will not get out the door.
Well, yes, that part is quite apparent. Do you need help with that window?
No.
Ascilla, roll me a strength test.
Oh god, no. My whole -1 strength. Yay. A 5.
You try your best to like to punch it, and it's not moving whatsoever as you see him snap his fingers. Please do pardon her. She is trying her best to escape for the past few days.
This is not how you treat a god. And she's just very angry.
If you're a god, then I am a centaur's ass.
How dare you! If I were to tell you the numerous of cultists that follow me, then I would imagine they just get into a bickering fight.
Yep. He doesn't even bicker. He's like watching you complain, see you all fired up.
You know you're talking about this in public.
Yep, she doesn't care. Mira would be the one who's caring. She's not there now. I'm not gonna deal with this. And she's just gonna storm down here. Now I can go terrorize Trevor if I want.
Cassia will just nudge Ormos. This place has wonderful characters. I would like to see how this adventure fares us.
I'm actually sobering up trying to follow everything.
No, we need you drunk again. Please drink some more.
Oh, damn!
If you two are looking for some better quality drinks and some money, we would be happy to assess you at the guild. You are looking for work, correct? After leaving the service of the contracts.
Yes, actually, we are.
I presume you know of the Fontaine family.
Yes.
Well, that is who I serve.
I'm gonna choke as I was taking a drink.
And Lady Genevera happens to be his top negotiator. And if you want anything to do with her, you have to do with me.
Cassiel raises an eyebrow so hard it leaves her face.
You see it disappear into the ceiling.
No clip eyebrow.
Okay. So, as you two are standing in front of this elf and such, we're gonna go outside real quick. And we're gonna go back to Genevera and her father. That is the wrong passage.
I was about to say we're not in Kentucky anymore, Kansas anymore.
You then see Drogo putting everything into the carriage, and then he's turns to you, Genevera. All right, I think that's everything.
You sure?
I forgot everything. You will promise to come back, right?
I will.
And just to be sure, make sure you write to us, okay? Make sure to give your letters to your mother.
I'll try my best. So you know that service does not get mail service does not go out in the wilderness at times.
I can't believe you, Fontaine. I have to owe him a favor for this.
You might. Now come give me a hug.
He goes up and hugs you again.
She hugs him back.
You then start to hear him cry a bit. No, Tiz. Please, make sure you're safe. If you have any trouble, just go to the soldiers. I know they'll protect you.
I'll be all right, Father. Now you should get going.
Right? At the point you start to see him get in a carriage and then drive off.
She waves as he drives off, standing in front of the tavern.
As you are then standing outside, I need you to roll me a perception check.
What do my eyes see? Oh wow! Hey,
Nice.
I found where all of the alliance nat ones were going into.
Ouch.
Good thing you rolled on that 20, because then around the corner and such, you begin to hear the conversation of the very two gentlemen that was about to start a situation in the tavern. And they are just discussing amongst each other. It's like, you know what the plan is. Going to set the attack in a matter of days. Going to attack one of those airships. Are you mad? Can't even get the others to join us. This is the only way to convince those Ironman troops to leave our port. Our land, not theirs. What about the leaders? They're not gonna back up about this. I'm taking command of this situation. Now come on. Let's go meet up others at the headquarters.
The Jennifer clears her throat so they can notice. Oh.
At that point, you make yourself known?
Well, she was right there.
They're like far away. Like,
Okay, I didn't know. I thought
up
they were
and
like
close. Like, they're in the alleyway behind this building.
Okay, then that would be too loud then.
Like, you can walk up to them and make yourself present, but do you think you really want to?
Not right now.
Right. So
Not
yeah,
since they're far away.
they leave the scene as then you begin to make your way inside. Meanwhile, back at the tavern.
Canada.
All I'm saying is that if you ask for the blessing immediately after meeting the lady, you don't just do that. Is that making sense?
He could say yes.
Can I hear this? If it's a personal conversation.
Yes, and at that point you see Stork standing in the doorway, while Asilla, you happen to see Trevor walking out of the washroom.
Alright. Oh, why are you so down? Where is your lady friend?
I have nothing to say to you.
And she's going to, like, push his shoulder with two fingers, causing him to turn towards her, and she's gonna lean in. And why is that? We've had so much fun!
I want to talk to you.
Again, why? You're just
Ethan.
sitting here all alone.
One, I have nothing to discuss about my ex-wife, and two,
Whoa.
you're not Mira.
Oh, news to me! And Mira's not coming back. If you haven't noticed, and she's gonna, like, flutter her eyes at him, specifically trying to draw attention to her red one. I don't have my eye patch. It's gone.
Not until Nerum comes back to bring the replacement, as you see him more crossed-armed and looking at you.
Oh, I'm sure he'll lose his way. He was originally supposed to be my husband, if you remember.
Honestly, I don't care. And at that point, he starts to walk away from you.
Damn. Oh, cheer up. I'm sure the lovely tall blonde will be back to woo you off your feet again any time now.
He continues to ignore you and such, unless you want to roll intimidation for provoking.
I want to poke fun. So I would... Yeah, let's do it. Let's go ahead. Oh, fuck.
Stop poking the bear.
He
Oh,
stops and turns towards you, Asilla, and then he raises his finger. It's like, whatever you say is not true, and I don't care if I have to see her again after what she... You know what?
And what did she do? Enlightened me. I have been away for a while.
It's none of your business.
But I want to know. Oh, fine. Be melodramatic. I'll find out somewhere else. I just would like to hear it from a reputable source. But if you'd rather me get it from the rumor mills...
Why do you do this? Why do you act like this?
I'm stuck here and I am bored. I cannot get away, and my court has not come to save me yet. I would love to know what the little drama around everyone, especially you, so that way I can have something to talk to little Mira about if she ever returns.
She will return.
You can go now if you don't want to tell me. Again, I'll just find out through the rumor mill.
Gladly. And at that point, you see him walking away, and then he bumps into Stark. I'm sorry, Stark, I didn't see you there. I'm going to go back to work. Stork begins to walk up to you. You do enjoy tormenting that poor lad.
Oh, and I'm sure it'll torment Miss Mira just as much to know that I'm toying with them.
Never keeps you occupied from leaving from my grasp. And at that point, he begins to drag you back into the other room.
She is just so smitten with herself, she's lets it happen. I mean, he is what he is, and she knows it, so there's nothing she can do to really escape.
Genevera, you come back as you happen to see Omek still sitting next to these two individuals as they ponder upon the offer that was given to them by Stork.
She's just going to stand behind them and watch. And then say, "No, you were looking for me."
Remus, Cassio?
Yeah, I'll turn around a little bit, sobering up just a slight bit. Yes, you were our contact that we were told to seek out once we got here.
Right, and then it caused a bit of a commotion.
Commotion? Me?
Well,
Her?
Entire statement. You gotta be careful around here.
Yes, we've already had a nice little conversation with some of the locals.
It was quite fun.
You then see Stork bring in Isilla and sit her down. Now, don't go anywhere. I'm going to step outside for a moment. Omek, you're on your 7th pastry at this point. You were just eating pastries throughout this entire time.
All going to go to his hips.
Still have hips.
Oh, Turtle, Omek, pastry, please?
Mac will hand me a pastry.
Is it, what kind of pastry? It's not smushed or anything, is it?
Probably.
This is smushed, Turtle! And she's just gonna, like, put it in front of him and she doesn't want anything to do with it.
Mac will look like aghast at this sheer crime against pastry. But it's a delicious pastry.
It's smushed.
But what happens when you put it in your mouth? Does it not get smushed then?
She's gonna get
What's
up
that do there?
and just walk over here. And sit down. Your pastries should not be smushed. Ugh.
Wait, did she have to walk through Genevera to get over there?
She just kind of shoved you out of the way.
I'm picturing her just stepping on top of her.
Mira's actually pretty small. You guys are all quite a bit. Well, this is a Scylla at the moment, but like, she's pretty small.
Mira is actually the shortest person here, considered next to Omek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm like 5'6".
Does
Going to-
anyone else want this pastry?
I'm gonna immediately hold my hand out.
You and your pastry, Selmick.
As he then hands you this slightly smushed pastry in front of you, as you all begin to enjoy yourselves. Trevor then clears his throat. As Genevera, you turn and look at him.
What is it, Trevor?
Oh, it's nothing, my fair lady. You are such a beautiful glimpse in the eyes, as he bows and kisses her hand.
Oh, this is joyful.
There we
Cassio,
go.
lol.
Dallin, I I realized when I first made her, I have a little, this is horrible, but I have a mirror in my pocket. It's a steel mirror. Can I pull it up and, like, point it in that direction?
May, if you want to be discreet, roll me sleight of hand. But if you wish, everyone can roll me perception check. Except for Genevera.
Oh.
Genevera, you are handed a piece of paper as he slipped it into your palm when you kissed it.
I just want to get the kiss in the reflection really quick, and then I want to put it away.
All right.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I think the kiss was kind of quick.
Okay, never mind.
You try your best to do so, but you just...
Are they still
Yeah, sure.
holding? Are they
Might as
still
well.
holding hands or something?
Yes. Well, I
Okay.
mean, it's like he's still like presenting himself in an orderly manner,
Yes.
treating her as though she is a noble.
Okay.
And-
Trevor had a faster sleight of mouth than your sleight of hand. I was making a joke.
Oh.
It's okay, I got the joke.
Oh my god.
What?
Nothing. Orvis, everything's starting to spin.
Oh no.
I'm way too enthralled with this pastry. Like, who can pay attention to anything else?
The shot is kicking in a little bit from the nat one. It's like your face is a little flustered.
Oh.
Actually, hold on, let's go to a different pink. There we go.
Are you
If you-
okay,
at
Oromus?
least
You
it's
look a
not
little
blue.
washed out.
If you use blue, you die.
Astiel, I need you to find the wizard that cast fog on me.
Where is the voice coming from? I cannot see!
I don't know. All I know is there is foul magic afoot.
The waitress takes a step back. Oh, good lord. Can I have a shot of whatever he's drinking? Please? Put it on Von Tell's charge.
Charge?
Or whatever.
Tab.
Tab is the word I was looking for. Sorry.
No, put it on my credit card.
Shh. Don't make fun of me.
Oh, fun.
Unfortunately, we don't take credit cards for Ironman soldiers. Policy.
Oh, I see. It's American Express, so you don't like it.
What's an American?
Genevera thanks Trevor and goes to quickly look at what's the note.
You slip the note, and it seems to be instructions from Fontel. Do you read it here, or do you proceed to read it elsewhere?
We're going to take a step out around the corner.
You can head back to your room and such. As you go into the room, you begin to unravel it, and it is written in Thieves' Cant as a poem. But you begin to translate it a bit, so go ahead and roll me an intelligence check with advantage.
Okay, let's get the advantage. Oh, good.
You manage to decipher the code, as it is pretty much giving you written instructions to meet up an informant at one of the houses.
Which house?
The locations are described upon in the poem, so you know exactly where to go.
Okay. She then puts the note away and goes back out.
You then begin to notice that your ring starts to fizzle in and out.
Better get going then.
Roll me a Arcana check.
There's our car. There's our. Wait.
You don't know what's wrong with the ring. You thought the charge would be lasting a little bit longer. It seems to be more fizzled. So you don't know how long this ring might last. Meanwhile, back at the bar,
The fog is too thick. I cannot see.
as you, Cassira, is starting to suffer from the effects of the drunken haze.
Again,
I've become a
barmaid.
reverse smooth.
Am I?
Here's your shot. And at that point, she puts down another glass and then pours you a quick shot of the vodka spirit.
I remember when I had the top-notch vodka, and we had a whole storage unit in my last vessel. Oh, the parties I would throw. And she'll toss it back.
I'm going to
Okay.
start looking under the tables for the wizard that cast a spell on me.
Roll me investigation check with disadvantage.
How drunk are you?
They had like 2 shots and then a couple bits of ale. They've been drinking this entire time, for what I know.
I think it's just all the nat 1 at play.
Yep, that too. Like, this is the first time they actually had a chance to relax ever since getting recruited.
Glug, glug, glug.
Wait, what the heck?
Try to do disadvantage. Hold on. There we go.
You have no luck of finding such wizard, as you then happen to hear Connor, who is also absolutely passed out and such, just snoring.
I
Hey.
see now.
I think we have to go get him into his room. Ladies! And at that point, the ladies come out. Can you please get the chef to bring him back into his room?
I've got him.
Get
I've
him.
got him. I've got him.
Oh.
Alright. You start to pick him up. Go ahead and roll me a strength test or athletics if you wish with proficiency. You easily manage to pick him up, and you begin to look around, thinking, which room does he go into? He's on the room second door. Connor's just mumbling to himself. No, thank you, but this is
Shush, 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 shush.
Yeah, so fluffy.
You know, I think he was the wizard all along.
I'm just gonna open the door and just kind of toss him in, and then go back.
On the floor!
Nice.
You start to stumble back to the bar, taking a seat.
I'm gonna hold my hands out and go. Shh.
So you
Back.
will be asking where the rum is gone.
All your pastries are gone. You ate them all. All 23 of them.
You know, it was kind of slightly concerning to watch you eat all of them, but also strangely entertaining.
You should have seen the time that Vontel gave him a whole room full of pies and pastries. He's out for 2 days. At least that's what I was told.
I feel like that would terrify me to watch.
So, you guys seem like you're an interesting pair. Where are you from?
Well, I am. Ooh, sorry, this vodka is kicking my ass. Ah, I am Cassiel Rainy Day, officer of the Stalwart Storm faction.
Hmm. I've actually never heard of you. But then again, I'm from a lot darker of an environment.
Cassiel will now proceed to take 5 emotional damage. The ego is the weak spot.
Well, I'm sure we can be acquainted. My people are always looking for strong folks like you. You know, I could put you guys to work if you'd like. If you could help me get past the bloke that's been holding me back, I can make it worth your while in the long run.
Oh, that's right. We were looking for work. The alcohol which was calling me, and I totally lost sight of my objectives.
If you guys could get me back to my people, I know they will greatly reward you being held hostage.
They will reward us with being held hostage? I don't
No,
think I would like that.
I am being held hostage. You've not seen me try to escape. If I did say that wrong, I'm sorry.
Oh, no. That was also quite entertaining, but... Your attempts to escape was pretty pathetic, if I'm being honest.
Do you know what that guy is?
Male?
There's a reason that one such as I have not been able to escape his grasp, and he makes it look like he's playing with a kitten. No, it's not an elf. But if you can't tell that, maybe you're not who I'm looking for to help me.
Oh, my apologies. Intelligence was my dump stat. And Cassiel will proceed to get up and shatter the fourth wall.
Yay.
All of a sudden, the entire bar wall over here begins to collapse.
Oh, God, no.
Well, guys, it was a fun game.
What is going on out here?
My apologies, ma'am.
Was it a
Cassiel,
bug?
You realize that you're just hallucinating all of this.
I'm sorry I broke the fourth wall, but I will use the fifth to repair it.
Do you two want like some ice cold water?
Does the ice have ale in it?
No, it's just water and snow shavings.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I think so too. Especially after Oramos was crawling underneath tables like a small kitten.
If you like, we do have a room soon to be available and such. Would you be sharing one bed or two?
Well, if I am under the assumption that your beds were made for people smaller than us, then I would like to say it would be safer for 2 beds.
Oh no, we have 2 beds big enough for the both of you.
Alright, 2 beds it is.
I think it can fit both of you together.
I said 2 beds.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Let's see. That would be, let's see, 2 separate beds. Ma'am, what? I'm doing inventory. I forgot to enter about the 2 rooms. 5 silver a night! That'll be 5 silver. Each.
Cassia will put the money down.
I'll throw some money on the bar, and then I'm gonna stumble out the door.
And at that point she says, except for the Ironman! They can go fuck off! And then she slams the door. Unfortunately, I cannot take the money. And at that point she just sighs and slides it back to you. You may have to find another place to stay, even though you've been very good patrons.
It's okay. We may be able to find some space on the ship that we came in.
I know where you guys. Oh, sorry, Trevor's coming up. Is Trevor saying something?
Actually, no. Yeah,
Oh.
he's just walking by.
I know where you guys could stay.
Mm-hmm.
Our boss, Vontel has a very big mansion. I'm sure I could sweet talk the capture. She glares over at where Stork was outside. And I'm sure we can get a room for you. Don't you think, Omek?
Omek is in a coma.
Probably.
You ate too many pastries.
You see him slumped over on the bar, face covered in pastries.
At the mention of Fontel again, I'm going to, not even in the slightest ballpark of subtlety, elbow and shove Cassiel. Like, hey, they said the name.
You know, you really have to work on your people skills. This is not how you get paid.
Ahem.
Bless you.
Yes, yes to that idea.
Now, I can...
And then I'm gonna look at Cassiel and just wink.
Do I notice this probably very obvious wink? What?
Orimus, roll me a deception check, and Scylla, roll me a insight check.
She just doesn't care.
Oh my god.
She's good for chaos, so...
He blinks twice with the same eyes, like.
If you could arrange that for us, it would be much appreciated.
Oh, I'm sure I can, whenever Stork comes back.
Genovera, what are you doing?
Jervale, seeing that the ring is flickering and stuff, is going to decide to not take any chances of it going off, it turning off while outside, and slowly slides the ring off herself to
Right.
try to break the spell.
You pull the ring off, and if you can please reveal your true form.
There we go. No. Why are there two? Why is it over there now?
This was my final form all along.
You take off the ring as your true self begins to appear. You examine it closely, and yet you notice that this ring, the magic effect is no longer activated, so you can't quite tell what exactly is wrong.
Better safe than sorry. She then puts the ring in her bag.
You
think it's
know that this is a temporary disguise, so...
Yeah.
Alright, so what do you do?
So they get back into her normal clothes and then proceeds to exit the restroom. Make her way down the hallway.
You then happen to see... Actually, hold on. Before you leave the room, I need you to roll me a perception check.
Perception.
Someone else is behind the door.
Might want to get. Did I notice that? I noticed the person's behind it.
You know someone is behind a door breathing heavy. Not that heavy.
Do I know who the do I know who it is? Or just, like from the breathing?
You only know one person who is creepy enough and childish enough to do such a thing.
Your father would not like to know that you're doing this. She just shakes her head and then goes outside.
Alright, as you... Oh, to the back door or the...
No, she's outside as into like right the hallway outside of the room that she was in, like right here.
Yeah.
Not outside.
You see Omek lean up against the bar. Omek, are you okay? Dave.
Dave, you fall asleep?
No, I'm here.
Okay, we've been
I'm good.
talking to you. I'm sorry.
I thought the thing was working, but it's not working. But
It's
I'm
working.
just slumped over and half asleep with one eye twitching.
He's having a...
Yeah.
Omek, you suddenly wake up from a sugar coma.
It's all the sugar. It's going to get to him. He'll one day claim his life.
You then see Stork enter back into the establishment and such, and walk up to you guys.
Stork, these lovely people, the ones I think Vonto would have great interest in, has no place to stay. Don't you think you have enough rooms at the castle to just take in 2 more?
One, Lord Fontaine does not prefer castles, he prefers manors. And 2,
my bad. How boring.
we'll be happy to take them in. If you do need a place to stay, we do have some temporary quarters. However, I cannot permit you to stay into my lord's manor.
I'm gonna look over at Cassiel and just say, so did he say we have a bed or we don't have a bed?
My dear friend, this is what they call the cliffhanger. We find out afterwards.
Yes, I can supply you with rooms and such.
Oh, good. Okay.
Please, right this way. As he steps aside and grabs a Scylla.
Hey!
Not grab, but
I
like
know.
place his hand
Like,
on
I
you.
could see you, like, him grabbing her arm. Come on, let's go. No, let me
Nothing
go.
personal.
As Omek, you begin to stand up, and I need you to roll me a history check after you wake up.
Oh no, he doesn't know what day it is.
Oh, Mac, it's been 8 weeks. You need to take your test.
It's been 84 years.
Omek, you remember correctly that you have to wait for the sun, for Damien's father to return. However,
It's just
there-
imaginary watch.
there are some situations where you can technically leave the bar without being noticed. That is totally up to you, though.
Omek will leave Damien. He's just up in his room. He's fine.
You could always
You-
ask Trevor to watch him for you.
That's a great idea, Trevor. Where'd Trevor go?
He went to the back of the kitchen.
He's probably sulking.
I go back there to get Trevor.
You walk and stumble around and such as everyone starts to get up on the bar. You two happen to notice that you see this kinku in a cloak walking out. A female one.
Oramos, I don't know if it's the wizard's fog, but do you remember seeing a bird lady at all?
I'm going to look over in her direction of my shoulder. I'm gonna look back, kind of just straight ahead of me, and then try to like blink my eyes really hard to make sure that I'm seeing straight.
Can
And then
I
look-
just see or hear what they're saying?
They're very obviously saying this out loud.
And then I'm gonna look back over my shoulder, and then I'm gonna say, "I have never seen that bird in my life."
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I'm not entirely certain what is real and what is fiction anymore.
I'm gonna grab her, like just by the arm, and pull her in really close, and be like, "It could be the wizard."
Oh, Jesus.
It's illusionary magic!
Like it's just like, what's going on?
Run.
Omek, as you then enter into the kitchen, you open it, and then you see Trevor speaking to one of the waitresses, and he's just casually talking. Oh, well, I have many hobbies. Let's see, singing, dancing. I translate many languages. Oh, Omek,
Ooh.
you got pastries on your face as he pulls out a handkerchief and wipes up your mouth.
Why, thank you. Hey, Trevor, would you... You know little Damien, right?
Oh no, you're going to ask me to watch him again? This is the second time!
Please, please, please. Help out his eyes and make a puppy dog face.
Fine, fine. But you promise to write down my song when you get back.
Sure, sure, sure.
Good, because I'm going to rub it in that no good elven woman's face.
Oh.
Please go find out why they're divorced. Don't leave. Go back. Damn it.
You technically know why.
Technically, they were never married.
I know. I didn't know if there was something extra bad that happened in the last couple of days.
It was all going to come to a breaking point.
Do you not remember the last session?
I remember
Yeah,
most of it. I just didn't know if there was something else that happened.
Oh,
I mean,
Because I don't remember him
It's-
hating her this much.
I
there's
don't think
other stuff
it's a
before
matter
him.
of hate. I think it's a matter of spite.
and disdain.
And
Okay. I just didn't think it was as bad because I thought at the end of it they were acting a little better towards each other. Okay.
So,
All
Okay.
else good with me.
as you guys begin to make your way, Trevor has promised to keep an eye on Damien, and the rest of y'all begin to head out.
I hope they're not going to jump me. But you're drunk.
Let's jump him!
Listen, one foot in front of the other, and I might make it without falling down 5 times.
If you use both feet at the same time, wouldn't you get further?
I immediately stop and stare off into the distance like my mind just exploded.
As
Oh,
you
you
guys,
both feet forward at the same time, though.
as you guys take a step out, it is quite chilly and such. Your two compatriots who have enjoyed their drinks. You're not cold at all as you step outside, but the wind is definitely blowing.
You remain in front or behind you.
You notice that the picket line of dwarven miners that were
We're in the same scene.
Ah,
That
I
was the scene.
apologize. I keep thinking you're in the tavern. All right, so you guys can go wherever you want.
Except for me.
Well, you can't go alone.
Yeah.
You have to have Stork follow you.
I'm gonna stop by a snowbank and just grab a like handfuls of snow and just rub it on my face, trying to sober up a little bit.
I guess just looking back at the two, it's like, man, you guys could try so much. She's like not saying that out loud though.
Perhaps we should get you to the guild hall and get you registered before we can talk about business. They also have some temporary quarters if you are under working as mercenaries or under our guild.
That would be much appreciated.
I believe the rest of you also need to turn in your paperwork. As then he looks at Omek, Edgar, and Asilla.
I am not a mercenary.
No,
I am
but
not filling out any paperwork.
no, but Lady Mira is officially Fontel's partner, and you are also her. So, meaning you have to sign the paperwork.
Fine.
I guess looking around to see where she needs to go.
As you guys begin to make your way through all of this, all of a sudden you see something being escorted by two troops. Cassil and Artemis, you've seen the parts in the airship, however, you have never seen anything like this made before. You see this large mechanical thing on two legs and has claws, and there seems to be someone piloting it.
Can I roll history or something for it?
That is an Arcana check.
Oh.
Cassia will proceed to stick her face in the snow to try and sober up as well.
How tall is it?
This thing is considered a huge.
Oh, not even large.
Huge!
Huge.
This thing is about at least 8 feet tall, about 12 feet tall, and Mira, Escilla, you have never seen anything like that.
It's intriguing.
Edgar, that looks as though that was crafted by Warforged or by an artificer. That looks like an artificer creation.
Interesting.
You can hear it like loud gears moving as it begins to just make its way as a patrol down the southern east passage, being escorted by 4 troops.
I know what that is. That is a metal Tyrannomon from Digimon.
Stork gestures. I believe that is the new invention that the Ironmans have developed. I believe Lord Fontaine might be interested in acquiring one for his services.
It is pretty imposing looking.
You guys then make your way towards the southern steps, going to this huge building and heading up the stairs. Let's see. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break.
Okay.
You'll be counting.
We'll be counting. Setting my
One,
timer now.
2, 3, 7,
Now
5,
make sure you count all the way to 300.
500.
Yes.
Metal Greymon. War Greymon.
Such an underrated evolution line.
War Greymon had no business being as cool as he was back in the day.
It's...
All right. Sorry for that. I am getting things set up for the next scene. However, Omek, you notice that your stomach starts begin to growl oddly, as you think it's best that you probably head home instead of heading to the guild house.
Leave you guys to it, alright?
I feel better. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong character. Okay, Turtle.
Well, head on in and go to bed.
Goodbye, new friend.
As you
Offer
think,
them a pastry as you walks by.
you have no more pastries left, unless you're talking about your emergency ration.
No, never.
Fair enough.
Doesn't love us that much.
No,
Never
I don't
been
know you that well.
okay.
Okay. And then Olmec will leave the scene to go to bed. And the real Olmec will do the same.
Sleep well, Dave.
See you.
All right.
Nighty night.
So, as the rest of you enter into this large building and such, you then open up to this huge, luxurious room with a statue of offerings. It is pretty much open symbol. There are two entrances that lead into this way. There's a bench and a couple of normal folk just talking and discussing a few matters. You do see people, however, anyone who does not have a token is considered a non-important NPC. They're just background, so they will have no interest speaking to you.
They're expendable.
I want to speak to all of them.
Please, no.
Just smash them.
They know. Okay.
Not that kind of smashing though.
Please tell me I have you on the right room.
But we see a lot of people, 4 things. Yes.
You guys enter in the right side, and Stork begins to guide you. Please, right this way. You begin to venture into these corridors, and he opens it up into this huge room with a staircase that leads up split ways, quest boards that are plastered on the sides with tables. All kinds of people, from servants to locals and even outsiders, come across this.
Have we sobered up by now? After walking through the
You're still a
frozen
little
wasteland.
buzzed, but you're not at disadvantage.
Okay.
However,
I'm gonna-
you do notice that there are a couple of Ironman soldiers in here as well.
I'm gonna stand by the door for a moment and just shake myself to get any and all snow that may have accumulated on me off.
I throw all residual snow from my body onto Oramos.
You, Edgar and Asilla, you also notice that the Iron soldiers have seemed to replace all the mercenary guards.
I want to check the door. If it's unlocked, I want to make a run for it.
You and your running. Soon you'll be Forrest Gump.
The door is definitely unlocked, but he is definitely standing right beside in the distance. Please, right
Okay.
this way.
Fine.
He then leads you up to the front desk. As you then see this one woman standing in front. She has like this greeting smile, and she says in a kind manner, "Hello and welcome. How may I help you?"
I need a place to sleep. Please.
Are you part of the guild are you part of the guilds?
I'm gonna present her our Legionnaire contract.
Oh, you're Ironman Legionnaires. Let's
You
see.
had that on you this whole time, and you had me do the speaking when you know that my charisma is +0. How dare you?
It made for great entertainment.
Let's see.
Plus, you need to get out there more.
Right now, we may have some openings and such. It is being occupied by a couple soldiers, but I think we can fit you in. It will be a very shared room. It will be nothing private, though.
I guess the soldiers will have to watch me do my calisthenics every morning.
I have no idea what that is.
I'm sorry, ignore her. We were also told that there was registration that we needed to take care of.
Oh, you're here working for one of the three families? And Stork presents his insignia, which in this case, he pulls out a wooden token and presents it. And you notice that on the token is the family seal. Oh, hello, Mr. Stork. How are you? I am quite fine. These two will be applying under our family, under temporary licenses. That's wonderful. I'll be sure to get the paperwork as soon as possible for you. Please, take a seat.
I'm just gonna go walk by the boards and just kind of look and see what there is.
Ciel will hover over a seat before sitting down, making sure she doesn't break it.
Uh-oh.
You also notice that there's this strange, calming sound coming out of nowhere. It seems to be music, but you don't see any bards. Artemis, you gander at this board, and you happen to notice there are quite a few quests. Not in the ones you are particularly fan of. Roll me investigation. Are you looking for anything specific?
Just perusing, seeing what kind of jobs are being posted in an area like this.
Let's see. There were labor jobs. There are scouting jobs. The typical bodyguards for caravans. And then, for some reason, there seems to be this weird flyer, though. With a picture of a spike sticking out in the middle, and it seems to be that of a helmet.
I'll take that one. Take a look at it.
You can't seem to understand it. It's written in gibberish.
I'm gonna turn towards the lady at the counter. It helps if we can read these.
That's strange. I don't recognize this flyer. Where did you get it?
From the board right over there.
She looks at it with great concern and then takes it from you. I believe that is a joke. I do apologize. Sometimes people put up the most randomest things.
Can I tell if she's trying to hide something?
Roll me an insight check.
Can I see what the poster says?
Roll me a perception check. You sense a little bit of fear in her. Not of you, but what was on the flyer. Edgar, you recognize that symbol before. It's a little bit different, but you do recognize it.
The bucket bandit.
Do I recognize the insignia or the image on it?
Give me a history check.
Oh wow.
For some reason, that does look familiar. And then you have the flashbacks of explosions and other people running around and then screaming and gunfire. And then it stops. Looks very familiar. That symbol. Where you and a couple of your former allies took upon an old job a few months ago.
I'm going to have to ask for that back.
Why would you want this flyer? It's not really a job.
Let's just say that I have a strong urge to hold on to that flyer.
How would you like to do this? Intimidation or persuasion?
Persuasion.
Okay, roll me persuasion. Alright, she looks at you. Yes, I can give it to you, but I need to alert my boss about this, please.
That's fine. Please leave the flyer here while you do so.
I can't, I have to show it to her. But I can give you the flyer, though. Well, I mean, we don't want to keep it, but excuse me, and then you begin to see her walk away, to the back room. Oh, no. Stork then leans in towards you. Did something catch your eye?
I may know the people behind that flyer.
Oh, yes, we are very familiar with that symbol.
You've had run-ins with them as well?
Not personally.
They may seem like a lot that is not dangerous, but under certain circumstances, you need to be careful.
If you're referring to the individuals that have placed this flyer, I believe it is nothing more but a joke. Now, he then hands you some more paperwork. If you happen to sign these forms, I think we can get started.
I'll sign them.
Alright, so... Casio, what are you doing?
He is doing a full German squat over the nearest chair very cautiously. She is trying so hard not to break this chair. While looking around, trying to take in some of the ambiance.
It seems to fit you, as your size doesn't really matter. It's a lot wider. It's not tall, however. Like, your knees are a little bit bent up, but it seems to be wide enough for your figure.
They really splurged on these horizontal chairs, I see. Real sideways looking. But they fit my form very nicely.
Asilla and Egga, what are you two doing at this point?
Oh, I've been sitting down this whole time, just looking at the surroundings, seeing if there's a way out, which there isn't, so...
Roll me a perception check.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
If you need one, I can give you a boost.
You notice that there are 5 exits, possibly. There's a door over here. There's a door over here, and then there are 2 stairs. You notice that the woman went into a back room over there. So there are multiple ways for you to try to escape.
I feel like you're trying to egg me on there, Talon.
You asked!
I know.
Oh, he's definitely saying go for it.
He wants to do a test dork.
Yeah, I know what Stork is, though. I don't think... Let's see. She's gonna kind of like just slowly walk over here and open this door.
Roll me a stealth check.
Against his? Yeah, okay. Come on,
Can
hit
I-
20. Nope,
can
4.
I was going to ask if I could be watching, keeping an eye on her as well.
Actually, Stork says, would you please keep an eye on Asilla? I need to go upstairs for a moment.
Oh,
You didn't look, and you happen to see Asilla already at the doorway.
Then I goes over and grabs her.
Oi, leave me alone!
You know better not to do this.
I'm gonna open the door, please. You're not as scary as Stork.
You open the door, and then all of a sudden, you see someone coming in.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Or it could be, oh yes, it depends on who it is. I'm hoping that they have a theme music. Theme music? Theme music.
Dun, 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 dun.
Shh.
There, that's the theme music.
Nope, not that one.
Okay, it's not.
Unfortunately, that player is no longer here.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
This is not someone else's theme music, but you're trying to be sneaky away. But
Oh.
as you open this door, you then come across a certain individual.
Who could a certain individual be?
There's
You
several.
see this creepy looking mask as this woman stands before you.
That's the master here.
Oh, let me just scoot around you. Oh, shoot.
Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
That's not fair! 18.
18. You managed to dodge this halfling individual, but his face then plants right into your stomach. It's like, oh,
Excuse you?
excuse me.
Oh, God. Ugh.
At that point, you then see this halfling get picked up by this large Goliath woman. It's like, you know that's not nice. Come on, she just bumped into me. How can I resist?
Ugh. Well, I have to get to that door, so if you would not mind moving hastily.
Wait a minute. think I know you.
Oh.
You're Fontail's new bitch! And at that point, you see the druid Goliath just grab him and throw him straight into the window.
Oh wow, he went through the window.
Jeez.
She chucked him over on the other side. Do not mind the little man.
I'll try not to. Now, if you'd excuse me, I would love to get out of this stuffy atmosphere in here.
She stops and hugs you,
Um.
and then picks you up, cracking your back.
Ow.
I'm so confused. What? Please put me down.
Oh, Master Fontail's new beloved has appeared before us finally.
Oh, yes. Now, I'm sure he would not like to know that you are, holding me above the ground and not putting me down so I can leave when I ask.
Oh, please forgive me. And at that point, she sets you down.
Now, if you don't mind moving, I'd like to leave. She's gonna glance over at the stairwell, see that Stork's not there, and, like, try to squeeze by.
Edgar, are you trying to stop Vasilla from disappearing?
Yes, and also telling them not to let her leave.
And at that point, he's like, "Where you rushing, doll?"
Why does he have a mask?
I don't know. Why don't you find out why she has a mask? Fine,
No.
and I'm gonna go over here, and I'll try this door. Is it unlocked?
Nope.
You notice that this woman steps aside as you try to go forth, and this door is locked.
Ah! What does this world have against me? This is...
As you said that, the other three begin to enter the room and such. You notice that the halfling is bleeding, like glasses all over his face. It's like, yeah, let me heal you. It's your fault. That is why I am healing you.
Punch the face for healing.
It's a modified lay on hands.
As you two continue to fill out your paperwork and such, like your name, where you were, who you're working for, what kind of field work you like to do. Like, you two are just peeking your head over and watching these other two just make a mockery of themselves. And then you see these other three individuals come in. And, Casil, I need you to roll me a history check with advantage as soon as you notice the Goliath woman.
Okay. History.
Histriano.
That is a rival member of your past Goliath clan.
Uh-oh.
Fight.
Cassiel will just size her up, not saying anything to her when she walks in.
You can tell by the markings on her arm and around her neck that she is definitely more from the Druidic clans of the Goliaths. As you were more of a mercenary, more of a warrior based near the seas, she was more akin to the surface. However, you two did not really get along.
Duly noted.
What a miss. As you finish your paperwork, you double check to make sure everything is in proper order.
Do I see her staring over at the other lady?
Yes, you do. The other woman does not even notice you guys yet. They are mostly keeping their attention over here.
I'm gonna get her paperwork from her. Is she done with her paperwork?
You
Yeah.
I'm gonna take her paperwork from her and say, just let me know if I need to come. And I'm gonna start walking back over to the counter to hand in her stuff.
Oh, such a good friend. Does it look like a scene that was like kind of like what was going on at the bar, like kind of like something's going on here but I shouldn't intervene, or is it just like does it look concerning?
Are you talking about the situation over here?
Yeah.
You notice that this woman is definitely trying to sneak away, especially when Stork doesn't seem to be around. You think that she's probably worth... you know what? Roll me an insight check.
Okay.
Apparently, she must be very important to Fontel. So something may have happened to her. That might be a bad situation.
Okay. Cassiel will get up and just walk over, trying not to
Hold on.
look.
You don't look, but then she stops and looks at you. And she says something in giant.
What does she say?
Mukom potolo. Do you speak giant?
I do speak giant.
She called you a brine witch.
Cassiel will stop in her tracks, look at the lady in the face, and she'll tell her back in giant. You know, it is not polite to talk ill of someone while their back is to you. Unless we have a problem here.
Roll me a charisma check. Or you can roll me intimidation to man up or buck up against this other Goliath woman. As you two are just looking eye to eye. Amber? Amber, are you okay? Amber? At that point, she stops and bucks down just a bit, and then she breaks the trance as her friend begins to like get her attention. It's like, huh? Oh no, no, everything good, everything good, right? And then she smiles at you.
Everything good.
Good.
Or at least it better be.
Oh dear. Scylla and Ega, you begin to notice the tension over here as you two kept bickering with each other.
Intriguing. Now, Feathered One, shouldn't you go figure out what's going on with your friends?
Well, as I'm taking you with me.
I do believe I should be going. There's a door right over there. Oh.
You then see Stork making his way towards you.
Oh.
Thank
Take
you,
your
Edgar.
It's good thing those three helped. They got on the way.
Oh. Ember, Munchkin, Shade. Oh, Stork! It is good to see you. And then you just roll me contested strength test, Katsio, as she tries to push you out of the way. You notice that you're not even budging, and she just steps aside. It's like, Hey, it's my main man, my main dude. What's up, Elf? It is nice seeing you too, Munchkin. I see you're back from your recent assignment. Yep, totally did it. Totally did that thing.
Wow.
Very subtle.
Cassiel is gonna turn her head like 180 degrees, just not moving her body like an owl, and just keep her eyes on that other Goliath.
Stork then looks at everyone. Good. Now that we have things settled, and we have majority of our guild, we will need to gather at the in the hall. Please, everyone, follow me. But we just got here. Can we just get our money? You'll get your money after, Munchkin. And I went to go get some sugar.
Do you mean pastry sugar or the other kind of sugar?
You tell me.
She seems like the one that like pastries. That's a joke.
Ornimus, you then see Stork turn to you and says, "Ah, yes, I'll take that, thank you." Before you're then brought upstairs, another woman with tan skin and red hair approaches you. She seems to be that of a dwarvish woman and walks up. "Excuse me. You happen to find the flyer on the billboard, correct?"
Yes.
"I apologize, but we cannot give away the flower. You see, it is very dangerous to possess anything. But we do appreciate you for letting us know."
I'm just going to look down at myself, confused.
The flyer itself is not wanted here. We would dispose of it.
Well, then why don't you let me take care of the disposal?
Why exactly would you want to dispose of this?
Let's just say that I know how to take care of it.
Roll me a persuasion check. Stork will actually give you advantage. He is working for us. We are investigating the situation. Oh, this is a Fontaine matter. Orvis, go ahead and roll me with advantage. Yes, here. And she then hands the paperwork to you, Ordemus.
Many thanks. I'm just gonna fold it up and put it with our contract papers and just put it inside my.
Mr. Stork, your meeting room requested is ready for you. Thank you. As you guys begin to go upstairs. And I will just bring you guys to the second floor.
Oh, look at all the horns. Is this the horny room?
What?
The horns. Horn and horn.
Oh, for God's sakes. No, this seems to be a dining room and such, or something of a opened area for parties.
Right.
Stork, however, leads you down, and I will just highlight this whole area right here.
Wow, it's big.
Whoa.
Oh wait, more stairs. Oh, there's another room.
Alright, as then he leads you into this section right here. You also notice that in every corner, there seems to be the mercenary guards. Not the Ironman ones, the mercenaries. They seem to be definitely focused up on the top levels. As all of you then enter into this room, and there are plenty of chairs in this room, but some of you can stand if you wish.
I'll sit.
I'm gonna stand.
Gregor's going to stand.
Hello. Stork clears his throat. Now that I have your attention, we have most pressing news. And then he brings an envelope, which has a wax seal from Fontaine itself. We have been given new orders.
Go
Yep.
on.
We are to be assisting the Ironman investigations. Apparently, the guildmaster himself has made a peace treaty with Accords. As he begins to read the letters, like, Fontaine, you really must work on your calligraphy. And then he just snaps his fingers and translates it a little better. Yes. Lord Fontaine has joined up with the local Ironman patrol units and has tasked us to assist him with the investigations. We are to track down any working for the Tri-Alliance. We believe that there may also be an attempt of people trying to sneak through the borders, and your task is to find out these individuals. They are to be apprehended. Anyone have any questions?
I'm assuming apprehended means alive.
Yes. The Ironman forces have strictly stated that we are required to collect as many as we can for intelligence. Since you two have correlations with the Ironmans, we will allow you two to communicate on our behalf. Wait a minute. Are you saying that we're working for the people who are pretty much staying in our hometown? That is correct, Munchkin. What is Fontaine gone through that pink brain of his? I mean, it's one thing to make a profit, but collaborating? The masked woman just looks at him. And then he just mentions, yeah, okay, Shade, I get your point. I understand. But seriously, this is even weird for Fontaine. And trust me, I've done weird stuff for him. As no one has actually seen this woman speak or hear her speak.
Can I roll? Let's see.
Roll me a perception check.
Cassiel's eyebrow returns to her face before flying back up.
He has not said a single word, and you have no idea how this woman communicated with this other halfling.
What is
for-
the contract price?
For every spy, there will be a reward of 100 gold, and it will only go to the person who claims it. However, there's one particular person that they are very much interested, and she already seems to have a bounty on her.
Name?
He then pulls out a flyer which has Sylvia's face on it.
Oh. She's just, yeah. Azul's just laughing.
Was there a joke somewhere?
Oh, you'll figure it out soon enough.
However, if you do happen to see this person, do not bring her to the Iron Forces. You will bring her directly to Fontaine.
Oh, that's even better.
So it's just those two things, nothing else?
There is one other thing. However, I will need to have everyone leave the room except for you, Edgar. The rest of you can enjoy your day. As for you, Casil and Oramis, I will make sure to have proper rooms for you at an apartment complex.
That is much appreciated.
Congratulations, you're now working for the Fontaines Thieves Guild.
I am slightly irritated because I feel like I'm missing out on information as I walk out the room.
Well, considering that you're being a new recruit under this, even their veterans are being told.
Even though I'm still just irritated because I feel like hidden information usually messes up operations.
Pretty much, they just task you to find spies.
Yeah.
As the rest of the other party members take a step out, Munchkin is like, "Man, now we gotta track down some individuals hiding around town. How much you wanna bet we find at least between 5 and 8? Ooh, I bet there's some hot elves with them too."
I cannot stand to listen to this one's voice anymore.
Neither can I.
Hey, I don't know about you two new guys, but we've been doing this a lot often. And they just so happen to let you work with us, so I'll be nice.
This is you being nice.
Munchkin has a very unique personality. But I would not disagree with him with your new bloods, especially with your blood. Amber looks at you, Casil, as you begin to feel the tension.
Girl fight.
I'm going to bend down, way down to Munchkin's level, just so that our eyes are kind of even. New to the region. Not
That's
even
right.
close to new to blood.
We've been working this turf for years. And we've been working for Fontaine, so we're loyal to him no matter what. As long as it pays, I don't care.
And yet he still felt the need to bring in help.
Oh no.
Ooh.
I'll stand back up.
You know what? It's a long day as he begins to stretch. I think I'm gonna go settle in. Come on, Amber. Come on, Shane. Amber then speaks to you in Goliath. Casito's like, we will meet again on the battlefield. Hopefully, as allies.
Let us see if you can carry your weight.
Roll me a charisma check with advantage, or you can use intimidation if you wish with proficiency.
Would it still be with advantage if I do intimidation?
Yes. And she's gonna see if she's gonna snap. Yeah, she's got a pretty high will. You quickly, her head turns and you notice that her eyes turn as a different color. She doesn't say anything, but she was more pissed off than like phased by your attack, but she seems to have some control. I need you to roll me a nature check.
Just show some druid stuff.
All these 14s, Jesus.
The woman was about to turn into a bear.
I
That's
didn't know she
cute.
could be. That means she's Olmec. In disguise.
Shade doesn't say anything, but Scylla, you then hear a voice in your head. Hello there.
I'm sorry. I had what?
You hear the voice in your head.
Okay.
You hear a voice in your head, Scylla.
Oh, great. Oh, wait, actually, that could be really good. What voice do I hear in my head?
You hear a voice that you're not familiar with.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, I'm starting to feel like her.
Roll me a perception check. Why are you looking around? You then notice that Shade is speaking to you telepathically.
Intriguing.
You see her head nod a bit. I'm sorry, I was trying to speak to the other one.
She's not available.
Oh well. And then she begins to walk away.
Oh, that's a bird.
Meanwhile, in the room, Stork and Edgar, you two begin to discuss, and he starts to burn the letter. I have the real orders. You have convinced your father to give you the will when you return to his estate, correct?
That's good. So she did say that he owes Fontel a favor.
Excellent. Ponto will be definitely pleased. I believe Trevor has also given you the insight of our informant.
Oh yes, meet the informant at a house in the town.
He then looks back at the door. We must not let those two mercenaries know of our real task.
It was a bit strange they came here. Asking for me specifically.
I think it's too much of a coincidence. Get to know them a bit more. Head to the informant and bring him with you. If they try to pull anything, you know what to do.
I'll see to it.
Take Scylla with you. I know she won't get away far, and if she does, I know where to find her.
I'll let her know. Cinci's gonna be scared of you.
Stork stops and puts a bag of gold on the table for you. He has given you 500 gold as payment for your job.
Oh wow.
A gift from Fontel.
Vega just nods and says, "Thank you."
It's best you use this also to bribe Scylla to make sure she cooperates. If not,
I don't think
I
he
will
will.
find other methods.
He
There you
doesn't seem
go.
to be interested in it, but you'll see.
And I will say that will be the end of our session.
Alright, guys, we'll be back in 2 weeks. I hope everybody has a good evening, and if you know where to contact us, we're on Discord, or my Twitter, if you have any questions or anything. Otherwise, you guys have a wonderful evening. Bye!